HP laptop battery from a colleague of mine. He changed out his. This is the original key 104 HP, as I said, and it says 17.4 volts, 2670 mAh. And what else are we seeing here? Lithium ion, as we expected. And if I feel this properly here, this is thin material over, there's a space here, and I could feel, look right here, you can see that's one battery. So that's a single cell there. Should have a second one. That's it there. 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 cells in this. It's basically a series run, and it looks like it can open by prying this out. I saw the replacement that he got, and it really is a little bit less well built, but then again, the original probably cost so much more. So what I'm going to do is pop it open. First I'm going to pull off these stickers, see if I can measure the batteries, see if I can determine if one of them was at fault. Then probably try to open this, hopefully it could come off easily, and see what different feeds we're getting here, how they configure this, if there's charge circuitry in this. Basically just overview of what they had inside. The first sticker on, and we could see the 18650 battery as we expected, but it's a little difficult to be able to get in and measure, so maybe I'm gonna have to pop off the whole case, then go for that. It was extremely difficult to separate. This thing looked like, I don't know if it was welded or something. I've managed to kink the middle here, ripping all different directions. If you see, you could see it bending there, but yeah, I don't think I was really planning on using it, but just in case, you know, I always try to do things a little bit neater. Right, having a look, well, there's some nice small components in there, which I've managed to not actually destroy. Amazing, considering I was prying with this knife and against this board, so I don't know how I didn't destroy anything. But there are quite a few small packages, a full processor there. It's a conformal coating, but it's kind of soft. Yeah, there's some numbers on this one, I can see. Not sure what these, they look like they've been removed. Don't think we're going to learn that much. HP is probably proprietary. The back of the board doesn't seem to have that much. Nope, just a few passives there. One transistor and a set of test points. Interesting. Right, and this whole thing was stuffed down with some sort of glue down to the base. Makes sense, I guess. Masking tape like approach. Masking tape, actually, this is masking tape. Seems a lot for HP. I don't know if this was refurbished, somebody did something with this. It didn't seem so, but yeah, this is practically masking tape. I mean, this is the kind of stuff I would do, not a big company. And the battery, LGA BC 41865, and then 0296J23883. So what I'll do is have a look online and see if I can come up with the capacity of these batteries were, and then just split them open and check the voltages across each one. The voltages on this don't really add up properly. Not sure exactly what's going on, but anyway, this is 3.7, which you expect, 3.7, which you expect, about 3.8, a little bit higher, but that's fine. When you take a voltage from here to here, here to here, 7.4, 11.2, so that all adds up. This is given a negative 3 point something volts, but that's really not really making sense. But notwithstanding, if I go across this entire thing, here I'm getting 11.2 volts thereabouts. Here I'm getting 10.8. So this has been charged the wrong way. I think that happens with lithium ion in series. One of them goes a little bad, and then the rest of them just, well, they pretty much destroy the one that's a little bit off. So that is most likely the fault in this whole thing. This basically is a dead cell. I'm not 100% sure replacing that cell works, considering that these cells are all basically of a, you know, from one batch, and if I just put in a brand new cell in there, what will happen. But and obviously I don't have a welding piece to weld on the batteries like they do, but it might be interesting, so I may give it a go and see what I can get. The next thing to do now is to test voltages on the output pins. Try to determine its cell screen, so maybe they'll tell which is what voltages, what goes on there. A little further, they've tapped off every single battery. So this is the main one coming in, well, one side. I have to check whether it's negative or positive. I think this is negative actually. So negative, they've taken a feed from this first set of batteries in contact. They've taken a feed from the second set. They've taken a feed from the third and from the end. So basically what you've managed to get is, again, your 3.7. You've managed to get another, again, over those two you can get a 3.7 also, but again you can get a 7.4 over all three. We can end up with 11 point something, and then we end up with your, well, basically about 14 and a half, 15, 3.7 by 4, 7.4 by 2, 14.8, 14.8 volts technically. So yeah, that's pretty much what you could end up with, and you could split this any which way, and it makes sense because when you have a 1.8 rail, you don't want to be using your 14 volts or 15 volts thereabouts to come down to 1.8. That's very lossy. So you probably use one battery. Again, for the 3.3, one battery. We have a 3.7, we could do a 3.3. For the 5 volt rail, two batteries. And then for your 12 volt rail, or 4 batteries, which makes sense. It depends on how the power is being consumed in the laptop, or how this will be configured, what rail will pull the most, how to balance it all off to make sure batteries don't discharge unevenly. So maybe they even have a policy of just flipping between batteries and keeping that charge monitoring just between those things to make sure that one battery, if one of the rails, let's say the 3.3 or the 5 rails pulling more, that just these two alone don't provide the 5 and get trained faster than those two. So maybe it flips. Makes sense, most flexible approach. So now it's just have to test those things and see if I can get any reasonable output voltages. Again, there could be a problem with this one being defective. Turns out I can't really get any great readings on those pins, which sort of makes sense because there's a full microprocessor. This thing has to communicate back and forth before it sends power. So yeah, maybe it just doesn't stick a bunch of power out. Just so figuring out the pinouts will probably be interesting. Having a look at those pinouts, I can't really see that much to tell me exactly what they are, so the screen doesn't reveal all that. So yeah, no luck there. Apart from that, oh, one other thing to note, there's a, if you look there, that's a thermistor. So basically HP has been very diligent in making sure if the temperature inside of here, at least this cell raises, it'll shut off. I guess if another cell heats up, yeah, you're out of luck. But I guess the assumption here is, well, if one cell goes, you know, it's pretty much going to be similar for all the others. So maybe, you know, that was adequate. I'm sure they've tested this and been pretty sure about it. Then again, big companies have been known to do some funny things at times. So there isn't much else we can do short of cutting this out, putting in a replacement, and see what happens. Some further consideration, I realized the only way to really check to replace that battery and check this is to put this back on the laptop. And honestly, I cannot recommend that someone puts this back after I modify one battery into a laptop. Who knows what can happen. Lithium-ion batteries are notorious for the amount of power they store, and if it explodes, well, yeah, if it catches a fire, yeah. So yeah, the best thing to do is just strip it all out. Nothing I can salvage from this. These I can probably try charging back, see if I get a charger. Actually, I don't have a charger here for that, and see if they work. Obviously, with these extended pieces of wire, I'm increasing my risk of shorting, so I probably need to keep that safe. Scrape out all the little extra coatings and whatever small glue they use, And I guess I'm just going to throw this in the pile of junk I have. The term mister might be the most useful thing in this. Almost nothing else in this could be useful to me.